be set in whatever it was, 14th century England, but the angel with them. I mean, these have been unforgettable days. Since then, I think the mood has changed, particularly in the last couple of days, and cardinals at least are now deeply involved in their exchanges, trying to build up a picture of what needs to be done. And then another one at 8 minutes to 6, I think it had to be here by 6. Well, they're different. They're not quite London taxi drivers. They've all got different opinions. Some want somebody very local that will be, come back to Italy kind of thing. The last one I was with was, he said, Pope Francis was a bit vague for me. He was a bit too touchy-feely. We want somebody a bit more middle of the road. Well, we're building up a picture, I think, in these meetings day by day. And in a way, it has two dimensions. One is to see Pope Francis as part of the continuity of the church. So we've been looking at some of the links between what he said and did, and John Paul II and Benedict in an entirely different way. But there are strong lines of development. And in that sense, as somebody said, we're not picking a successor simply of Pope Francis, we're picking a successor of St. Peter.
The interest, the level of interest is extraordinary.
It is. Those two cabinets. That's the reason for it. Yeah. Then the second dimension is this astonishing mosaic of the church around the world that emerges. And how can we have a church that is multicultural, not uniform, but deeply united? So it's those two dimensions that interlock. And I suppose we're looking for somebody who, even in their manner, not only expresses the depth of the faith, but also its openness as well. But nevertheless, there's a sense that the initiatives that this man of such originality took probably do need rooting a bit more to give them that stability and evident continuity. So these aren't just the ideas of one person, one charismatic person, but they are actually consistently part of how the church reflects on humanity and our own humanity and our world.
Crucial behind-the-scenes role in rallying the support. I do feel kind of like a pro, but it's new every time.
I'm getting on now in years, but I can't ever remember a time when Catholics all agreed about everything. I mean, as a child, I remember my father and his mate, they used to argue into the night, mostly about Catholic teaching or practice or whatever. So, we're not a boys' brigade that marches in step. It's a community of vibrant, hopefully thinking, responding people. And of course there are disagreements, but that's not disunity. We're of quite different styles, I think so. Cardinal Cormac loved to be at the centre of a party. I'm a little more reserved than that and a little more introverted. My experience so far, to be quite honest with you, is there's a lot of attentive listening. And that's listening to other people who might have an idea today, who they think is the best candidate. I wouldn't be surprised if by Monday they might have changed their mind. It's no good going into a conclave thinking it's like a political election and I want my side to win. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in, certainly with my own thoughts, but ready to change them, to listen, and maybe try and persuade others to change theirs too.